I'm Marcus Clements with Clements & King Insurance. Darren and I have 75 years of combined experience serving this community. Our agency is dedicated totally to the sale of life and health insurance for Lawrence and surrounding counties. Call us for any question you have on life and health insurance.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Talk here on TV 35. I'm your host, Pat Brock, and it is always a special treat to come to the campus of the East Lawrence Falcons and to catch up with my girl, Coach Romona Edwards. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Now, you know, you and I talk about a number of things because you do so much here at East Lawrence.
Yes.
But we're in cross-country season.
We're in cross-country season. We'll just stick with that today.
That's right. That's right. So share with us about how last season went, any kind of losses as far as losing members from the team, and, of course, the additions that you've got.
Okay. Last year, as the last couple of years, we did well in region, also went to state in Carrollton. So the girls that I lost this year from last year were two girls, seniors. They really just ran with me region and state.
Right.
So pretty much the nucleus of the team is back.
Good.
So I have three seniors. You will talk with some of them later, and I have three juniors. Some freshmen, just a variety of talent.
And you got
this
middle
year.
schoolers.
And I have middle schoolers again this year, which I've coached middle school for a number of years, but I have some new middle schoolers. Some of them haven't ran before.
Right.
So that's interesting.
I'm sure it is.
It's an experience for them, yes.
And so how did the girls tend to transition coming from the 2 miles with the middle school and then having to increase going to high school running?
Normally those that kind of stick around and transition to high school from the middle school, they're already kind of capable of handling that.
Right.
Sometimes those are the students and the runners that would run with the high school as we were practicing. So during the meets, they were running their 2 miles, but at practice, they were able to kind of handle almost all of that 5K.
Very good. And so, you know, it sometimes can get mundane with what you have to do for cross country, but your goal is to make sure that those times are dropping.
Yes.
And so what are you doing and what do you have to do to kind of help those girls shave the time off?
Well, just helping them be mindful of pace.
Right.
Also starting and finishing. So that's so key that they start out a fast pace to get ahead of the pack, then they pace themselves what they're able to do for the entire race, and then at the very end to sprint to the finish to get ready.
Very good. And of course, they know they're dealing with the legend already, right?
Of course.
Always dealing with the legend here. And, you know, and for cross country, you know, you've got some girls who are, you know, I'm sure setting their own goals.
Right.
And their own expectations for what they're going to do. And so you've got some girls that, you know, you have running track and playing basketball and also doing all these dual sports. And so when it's time to concentrate on cross country, how do you keep them motivated? Because it can get kind of discouraging sometimes.
Yeah, and not just me motivating them, they need to be self-motivated as well. So some of them want to achieve some things. They have their own personal goals. We also have team goals that we would like to achieve, region champions, and just to compete better, just be competitive in the state to start with. But just to focus on cross-country for those that are really competing in cross country. Now, I do have some young ladies that are out here with me for basketball, and it's more of a conditioning for them. So just to motivate them to be ready when October 29th comes, that we'll be ready to start with basketball and not trying to just get into conditioning.
That's right. And now for you, you remember how it was when you played and ran and all that. Have you seen the girls change? You know, what have you seen change in these athletes? It's a little different now, isn't it?
It's a little different. They have more distractions that we didn't have. Just the cell phone itself.
The cell phone.
That kind of thing. Our parents might have had a bag phone maybe later in life, but not early. There's just a lot of things that are pulling at them that, we just have to try to keep them focused and help them, and try to help parents as well keep them focused.
Well, we commend you for all that you do, how you pour into these young ladies, whether it's cross country, whether it's basketball or whatever. We commend you for all that you do. We're going to get to meet some of these ladies in just a few.
Yes.
All right. Always a pleasure, Coach.
Pleasure. Thank you.
All right. This is Coach Romona Edwards, ladies and gentlemen, head coach, East Lawrence Cross Country.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
It is always a pleasure to come to the East Side and get with the cross-country team, and of course Kennedy Williams here, state champion, 2 years running. You know, we've talked many times, and it's always a pleasure to kind of hear from you and what's been going on with you. So we want you to kind of remind the people of who we're dealing with when it comes to you. Tell us about some of the accolades and things that you've achieved in cross-country, and of course academically as well, and then to today, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Well, my name is Kennedy Williams, and I have been running cross-country since 7th grade, and I honestly don't know how do I do it each year? It's the hottest season during this time, and I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
But you know, you do it so well. You make it seem so easy.
Oh, that's what a lot of people say, but honestly, it is not easy. I feel like I give up each day, but even my teammates push me, and I push them too. I make sure, like, if I stop or something, if I feel tired, I make sure they don't stop. Just because I might give up sometimes, they don't give up
That's
at all.
right. That's right. And that's what makes a team, when you all are supporting one another.
Yes, ma'am.
And so share with us about your state champion running and things that you've done that has definitely put you on the map.
Well, so the last time I was on the cross-country one, that was before track started, so I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. I mean, people were saying you are going to get it the second year.
Yeah.
I'm like, know about that. But then I did get it, so now I'm a state champion twice. And I just got my ring size last week, and it's going to be green this time. Last year was purple, or the year before last it was purple.
You got to tell them what you won the state championship.
I won in the 800 in track, and I strive to win it in cross country. Well, beat the record. I was a second off last year, and I'm very mad at myself because I walked. Well, I didn't walk. I did like a slow jog.
Yeah.
And not supposed to do that at the end of the race. So I know this year I gotta definitely
What
bring
you
my
got
all.
to do. And you know, and for you as a state champion, what advice can you give to some of the other athletes, because you're considered one of the veterans on this team?
Stay focused, because
Yeah.
I see good runners that are real good, but they get sidetracked by somebody talking to them or saying something to them, and they stop doing it. Like, I know some good runners that our high school cross-country team would be bigger and better if they weren't so lazy and didn't let people talk down on them or say they can't do anything. But I say stay focused. And even though you feel you're lazy, you might, like I'm lazy, you might think, oh, she do all the sports, she's not lazy. I am lazy, but I push myself because I know I want to be better. I just don't want to sit home and do nothing and be known for nothing.
And how do you stay in shape off season?
Okay. Well, my mama, she made me run.
There it is.
She made me. I mean, there is a little part of me that be like, oh, if I want to be better and get this time down, I need to run. But she pushes me, and my daddy pushes me to run track during the summer. So I was a part of, this is my second year being part of a track team during the summer. And we ran about, I think, 5 meets, but they were in different parts. There was like a meet in Alabama, a meet supposed to be in Florida, but I didn't get to go to that one. They were like all over. It wasn't just in Georgia.
All over the U.S.
Yes.
And so for you to compete at that in that arena, how does that help you when you're here running cross country, when you're running track? How does that help you be a better athlete because you're constantly running?
In cross country, in cross country you're exposed to different people. And like I was in track, but in track I was so used to run to the same people. I was used to run against the same people. It didn't feel like I was even having competition. But when I ran during the summer and people from like different states were running against me and they were actually giving me a run for my money, I was like, I need to kick it up because I might be the best down here. I ain't the best anywhere else.
So that really helps you when you're around running against others who are better than you or compete with you. That helps you.
There's
Wonderful.
different techniques that I see people running. I'm like, I need to adapt to or try new ways to better improve my time because my time has been decreasing a little bit.
Yeah.
But somehow I still be winning.
But
I need to decrease it down.
And so what should we expect from you for this year? I mean, this is your junior year. This is a year where you make so many different marks, and this is preparing you how significant your junior year is for you, for college, and for those to be that standout, and for colleges to look for you and look at you. What are we going to expect from you this year?
I strive to get top 30 in the cross country because I've been getting like top 40. I think I was 2 places down this year from last year, which is good. And I strive to get my 3rd championship so I can have 3 rings on my finger and be known as one of the greats in East Lawrence.
Well, you are already known.
Yes.
Well, we're proud of you. We're proud to know you, and we as a community support you in all of your endeavors.
Thank you.
Keep pushing, Miss Kennedy Williams.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the type of coverage that Nationwide offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV.
3rd down.
No, we're talking real insurance coverages, Brad. Not 3rd down. Camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Nationwide is on your side.
It's always nice to talk to the seniors to kind of find out about their road to where and how they got to where they are, and of course their leadership style. And we've got 2 with us right here. Hi, girls.
Hi.
Now listen, share with us about your whole experience in running cross country and how you've changed through the years, okay?
Okay. Well, my name is Janisis Umpierre. I've been running since my 8th grade year. It was a huge transition to high school. 8th grade, you run 2 miles. High school is 3 miles. When I started off, it was very hard at first, and you slowly have to progress throughout the years and try to make progress.
That's right. And of course, we know how your dad's a runner as well. How big of influence has your dad been on you and pushing you towards excellence?
My dad is a huge influence on me. He's always been very athletic growing up, and he's always installed that into me and my sisters. But it's not really a big problem for me because I do like sports and I do like being pushed. But yeah.
And tell us about the other sports that you participate in.
I also do soccer and I do regions for track.
Very nice, very nice. And so, a person like me, when I think cross country, first I just say, Lord Jesus. And so, for you to run and to love running, what motivates you to continue what you're doing?
Well, I really like running in general, but it also helps you stay fit, and it's great. It's a great bonding experience, and it just helps you in all around.
Very good, very good. And of course, you've got your sisters running with you.
Yes, ma'am. This is both my sisters' first year running for. Well, my other sister, she's a freshman in high school. This is her first year running for high school, and my other younger sister, she is in 6th grade, and this is her first year running for middle school.
Wonderful. So we're going to get to meet them in just a little bit, just to see how you really are. All right, darling, share with us, okay?
Hi, my name is Akira, and I've been running cross country for 7 years. And it really teaches you endurance and how to endure not only the heat, but like running for the long distance. And it's also a bonding experience with the people because you learn about the people and you get to run and y'all help each other out.
Very good. And and to run cross country, that's not for the faint of heart. And you really have to be in a certain mindset mentally. So before you get out there and run, what do you do to prepare yourself to get to that finish line?
I just keep reminding myself that it's not really that hard. You just got to keep pushing yourself and keep going, not only for yourself, but also for your team.
And in what ways have you seen yourself improve?
Well, I used to walk more, and now I see it's like I just keep running, keep pushing, because I know that finish line is there closer when you run.
You see it, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's an expectation set upon you seniors to be leaders. You got a lot of young ladies who are looking up to you. What is it that they see in you that would make you that leader, that person that they want to emulate?
I think it's just endurance and just keep going. Just keep running.
Anybody in your family a runner?
Yes, my brother and my mother has also ran.
Very nice, very nice. So you all are keeping it in the family, we see. And as seniors, of course, this is a very big year for you all. I mean, a lot of things that are taking place, a lot of last things. And so what do you expect to accomplish your senior year? Because you got to have those goals, on the track field, out there running cross country, in the classroom. What are some of the goals that you want to accomplish this year?
For me, I just want to get my time down to like my record time.
And how have you been seeing that chip away?
Every year I've cut less and less time, and this year I'm just trying to cut even more.
That's fantastic. What about you?
Also the same thing. Just
Cut
want
that
to
time
cut
down,
the time.
right? Cut that time down. And so, and after high school, what's next? What are you planning on doing?
Of course, going to college. I would like to do sports in college. I really don't know what sport yet. Really, there's cross country, soccer, but I would like to do sports in college.
You're open to being that student athlete at the college level.
I also want to go to college, but I'm mainly going to go to the Air Force first and get my college degree there.
Very nice to be a commissioned officer. And listen, girls, we want you to give a message too out there to your coach, because your coach pushes you. She's there for you, and it, you know, it gets hard, you know, sometimes. So give a message out there to Coach Romona Edwards for all the work that she's done to help you too.
Well, I'm sure the team as a whole, we all appreciate how she's been there every single year, pushing us. Whether it's conditioning, at the races, and just in general. She's always been around coaching, and we appreciate her very much.
Very good.
We appreciate you, Coach. Thank you for always pushing us and just helping us maintain focus.
Very good. And stay focused, because your senior year is something else. All right. Well, congratulations, ladies, for your accomplishments that you've already set so far and the goals that you have yet ahead. All right. These are the seniors, ladies and gentlemen.
Companion care.
The independence of those you love. It's important. Companion Care Senior Services helps those important to you maintain independence longer.
Caring for those you love.
Personal, professional care, all from the comfort of home. With care plans available from 4 to 24 hours a day, we can meet your needs. Find out how.
Local, loving, in-home care for your loved ones. Call us today.
All right, you know, after talking to the seniors and then seeing a 6th and 7th grader and a 9th grader with us. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Now, listen, just got to talk to your big sister, right? And so we want you girls to really introduce yourselves to everyone. So that means we want to know all about you. Tell us about the other sports that you play, things that you do outside of school and in school, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll start with you, darling.
Hi, my name is Janisis Umpierre, and I've been running cross country for 4 years. And I also do soccer, and I did tennis for a little while, but I kind of didn't stick with that. And I also did track.
Very good.
And yeah.
You know how your sister talks about how your dad influenced you guys? Yeah. Tell us about your relationship with your dad and how he pushes you in athletics.
My dad, he is a major fan with running. He runs a lot, so we have to, I feel like I have to actually get up and impress him, kind of, so I can feel good myself and make him feel good too.
Is it easy to impress him or no?
Well, I mean, it can be sometimes, but like, it can be hard too.
Yeah. And so for you, I mean, to have your younger sister and your older sister running too, how does that feel for you?
I feel like I have to be in like competition all the time.
Is that right?
But it's always fun and games and stuff like that.
And so for your older sister, you know, I talked about her and she talked about like the influence you have on one another. In what ways do you look up to her?
Well, some days I feel like I have to like not get up, because we have to get up like early in the morning time, and sometimes I don't be wanting to get up, and then she'll come bust in my room and like, come on, we gotta run and stuff like that. So she didn't really influence me to like get up and stuff like that.
Very good, to kind of motivate you to get going.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Now, is this your first time running cross country?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, share with us about you, okay?
Okay, my name is Ariana Neda, and I play for East Lawrence Middle School soccer team, and I did track, and I ran the 4x4 baton, and we came in 4th place. I am a striker in soccer.
Very nice. And now you're running cross country.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
what made you decide to want to run cross country? It's a little bit different from track, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
soccer.
Well, see, in soccer you run a lot, and I just want to, help myself get,
To get better,
Yeah.
to improve.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is the perfect place to do it, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you like about running?
Well, it's hard sometimes, and like you just gotta keep pushing, even though you don't, and you just want to sit down and get a drink of water.
That's right.
And I don't know. It's a lot different than track, and
But to see you out here and to see you doing it, do you get a lot of help from the older girls to kind of push you?
yes, ma'am. I know one of the other girls. I wasn't feeling so good, and I was walking. She's like, "Come on, you got this." She kept motivating me, and it made me feel better. So I came here today with a stronger attitude.
There. That's awesome. So you got a little bit more pep in your step.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. All right, sweetie. Now you've heard from your older sisters, and now it's time for you to share. All right, talk to us.
My name is JC Umpierre, and I do cross country.
Do you play any other sports besides cross country? And how was it for you now? So with middle school, you run 2 miles, right? And then you go to high school, and it's 3-point-something miles.
I mean, I run 6 miles, so it's nothing for me.
Okay. So you're like, I already run, Miss Pat, so this is nothing new for me. Tell us about the influence that your sisters and your dad and your mom have on you as a runner, an athlete.
Well, usually my dad, he always talks about how if you run, you can do more stuff in life, and you can be more fit if you run and do sports. And he just influenced me because he just makes us run a lot.
He does.
Mhm.
I'm glad I'm not your sister. I'd be in trouble, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And so, girls, when you talk about running, when you're talking about staying fit and staying in shape, you also have that downtime where you're not playing a sport and you're not running. What do you do during your downtime, or do you ever have any downtime?
Well, see, I want to have a downtime, but like I can't have a downtime. So
Is it because of the coach, or is it your dad?
it's my dad. Like it's like I'll be like I feel like I have to one day. No, when we get out of school for the summer,
Right.
we have like a few like weeks before we have to start back running again. So
Right.
I really don't have a downtime.
A downtime, because your daddy has to crack the whip, doesn't he? All right, and what about you? Do you have that downtime where you're able to relax?
Well, my dad's also very athletic, and
Okay, here we go. Another one here.
he always motivates me to do better, and he pushes me to be strong. And my grandpa was a professional, like in Europe, he was a professional soccer player.
Wow.
And he played for the team, the national team. And so he always pushes me and stuff like that too.
That is so awesome. Look at the legacy that your family's left behind. Do you feel any certain type of pressure to live up to that?
Yes, ma'am.
You do.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you get sleep at night, though?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about you, darling? Now, your sister's already said that, there's no really room for you to have downtime. Are you a little different?
No, ma'am.
Still the same, right? Still the same. But you know what, girls? You all are in a good position. You've got such great influences in your lives. Your parents, your grandparents, and the things that they've done as athletes and how it's worked for them for their betterment. And so here you are. You're continuing to walk into those steps, okay? Well, we're proud of each and every one of them. We hope that this is a great year for you. First time running cross country. Umpierre sisters, keep holding the fort down. All right? All right, very good. Thank you, ladies.